So normally I do the starting soon, like we do the music thing, but I'm gonna grab my camera here just real quick. Oh, you decided to fucking leave? Really? Hold on, I'm gonna see if we can't get this going. Alright. Cat cam. Alright. So we have Merv here, who just a second ago was trying to play. And now doesn't seem to care and only wants her food. I'm outing you on the internet, Mervalian. She was literally just climbing on my leg to play. And then just as soon as I like hit the mic on, she's like, no, food. My cat, everyone. Lily, check the Clips channel, or Silly Share. That should really go in Clips, honestly. Alright, let's put this back. I really need to get a different mount for this, because I have to like screw it in place. I didn't expect to take it out of its mount as often as I am. The nice thing about having a phone for the webcam is that I can really just have it anywhere I need it. The downside is that I need to have a good mount for it. Okay. So a couple of things at the very beginning of the stream. Pull the mic in a little bit. Couple things at the very beginning of the stream. The lighting is going to be really off because we found out that I can't see shit on this screen with all my lights on. So for now, this is going to be the lighting. All right. Green screen is fine. I look fine for the most part. I got the fucking phone just in time. So hells yeah. So that's the first thing. Second off, I've had a crick in my neck for like 3 days straight. Like I had to take some Advil when I woke up because I knew I'd be streaming. And this is like the same area that I had to go to physical therapy for, because like I woke up with a crick in the neck, and I went to physical therapy because it like was not going away. So now granted, I haven't done the stretches for a little bit, right? I wasn't doing them when I was in Norway and things like that. I was very distracted. Blame Bun for my physical health. That's what I'm saying. It's not my fault at all, ever. No, never my fault. So if that becomes a thing today, since that is directly tied to the arm, I am gonna have to end stream earlier than I wanted to. Want to say that right at the beginning. All right, then I'm just gonna like basically do nothing all day just in case, right? I know the exercise, I know the stretches. If it's still persistent for more than a week, then I have to go back and be like, hey guys, so we have to go nuclear option now, right? And the last thing I wanted to say, this is the most important one. Right before the stream went live, I ate an entire bag, like mini bag of sour Skittles, and I was like, oh shit, I have to stream. So I chewed them as fast as I could. Now my jaw is sore. So like, we'll see how long until like that comes to bite me in the ass. This has been such an amazing Archipelago multi-world so far. Like, you know, we had the soft start where my computer just decided not to save half the files. I'm so confused at that. Also, by the way, the last 2 times I restarted my computer, it took like an extra 30 seconds for the file manager to load. Like nothing on my hotbar file manager would take a while to load. It was like trying to load everything at once. So hopefully, you know, there's no problem. I do have to replace my hard drive, actually. The hard drive is old as shit. I just realized that. How easy is it to move everything to a different hard drive? Like replacing the C drive, basically. Because I wouldn't mind turning that into a solid state. Anyways, yeah, no, so yeah, yesterday's Archipelago, that was such a fucking funny start. Then, yeah, just... Scott's clip that broke like I couldn't even talk, especially because Bun was dying, like physically fucking dying in the corner of the room. And now there's apparently a bug in Emerald that makes it so that the hyper specific instance that Giga has, where they're trying to catch all the legendary Pokemon, becomes impossible without catching one of 2 Pokemon and getting them to endgame level while not evolving them. It's like, oh, fun! So fun! Images of drive is possible with the right software, but not something I usually do. That's fair. If you know, if you have any sources for that, I'll take a look at it. Honestly, I'm more concerned with getting a really big, solid state drive, because I really think it's like that's an old as shit drive. So it's like, it really is due to be replaced in this thing. Every time I go and replace anything in the computer, I always think about how much this thing is on its last legs, because I can't replace the CPU. But like, it's still good. I still have like at least a year, 2 years left in it before I really notice anything in my standard use. It's only like new games, setting them to the highest fucking frame rate or whatever. Since splitting it to 2 PCs, the streams have been like fine. 1 second. That's a trap. All right, what are we doing today? We are. You are in for the newer CPUs. Didn't wait. That's right. But wasn't it like marginal upgrades versus an actual like new thing? Because it was a marginal upgrade, then that was like the best that I could get for my CPU replacement. I just worried about how much that's actually extending the lifespan, right? Like replacing the CPU in it, you know, I guess it would be a couple $100 versus a lot more to replace the motherboard and the case and a bunch of other shit, but whatever. All right, fuck, I'm supposed to be doing art. Open up my folder with the stuff in it. Where did I put this thing? Oh wait, that's in the Twitch folder, that's right. There it is. Something we should dig into is based on your budget and long-term goals, upgrading CPU versus new MOBA plus RAM plus CPU. Yeah, and honestly, if I'm like, I would be upgrading the motherboard, the RAM, and the CPU. Yeah, there's no yourself in both paths involved, and that's completely fair. I guess right now I'm not experiencing any type of slowdown stuffs, only on edge cases like what is it? Playing like Space Marine 2 on the highest on any settings actually makes the fans whir up, because clearly it's thinking really fucking hard. It's like edge cases like that, like brand new games, are making it work a lot more, but I'm not experiencing any slowdowns anywhere. I'm not experiencing any issues other than like what is it, the obviously like file stuff takes forever to open up, although it just had an update this morning and it didn't have any slowdown opening, so I wonder if there was just an update issue. Point being, right, I'm not experiencing any issues. So it's like, once I do experience an issue, then it's like, okay, maybe I want to replace something or upgrade the system. And then at that point, I'll determine more accurately what a budget would be for it, because that's when that becomes a lot more important. So yeah, I'll reach out to you when that's needed. Right now, the only thing is I have an immediate concern of the hard drive. And my art's totally fine because I back up all of my art on 3 different places. I have 2 hard drives in this thing. No, wait, no, not that. God damn it. I do have 2 hard drives in this thing. One is just for storage, though, in case the C drive fails or something. But I have a backup right over there, and I have a cloud save for it because I lost all my artwork once, and I'm not doing that again. All right, so what we want is, I want the 2 women and a cat meme, but it's Zay, Bun, and Nugget. Arvin, hello, how are you? What were you up to? Well, everyone, if you don't know me, my name's Azar, and you probably know me by now. Oh, wiggle worms. All right, shoot, what was I looking up? Oh yeah, the 200 cat meme. Oh yeah, Tio, how did the fundraiser go yesterday? Oh geez, I had to burp right there. I was so exhausted at the end of the stream that I actually totally spaced about rating the stream, and I'm really sad about that. But how did it go? It's a raid that you're talking about it. Oh, in the raid you're talking about it and started laughing again? Okay. Perfect. You want to have a good stream? Hells yeah. Surprisingly well. Expecting it to be quiet because everything else is going on, but we nearly got enough to cover rent. Oh, fuck yeah. Like, that's very helpful, combined with any commission stuff that happens between, like, now and then. Oh, I'm actually going to... Because Larthan doesn't rain on us, I'm going to actually do the shout-out thing. Because Larthan's a good snack. I'm trying to think of what the fuck I want to do here, by the way. You know, I think I know what I'm going to do. Thank you, buy your watermelon, but keep laughing. Gunny, I saw a short last night of a guy who bought an ice shaver. And he, like, the thing that you have to, like, freeze a whole block of ice, put it in the top, and it grinds it against a razor to shave the ice in sheets to, you know, make, like, snow cones and such. And he would freeze whole fruits and put them in it. And he would make shaved fruit ice. And the best one he had was watermelon. So thank you for reminding me of that. It was like a whole desktop thing, a whole tabletop thing he had too. And it was literally shaves of watermelon. And it was like, yeah, it just falls apart in your mouth. It's literally just like watermelon flavored shaved ice. And it's like very good watermelon flavored shaved ice. Not like, you know, normal watermelon, which is actually not that much flavor in it, unless you get a really good one. How would you kindly? I just realized, how best do you want to be said? Because, like, I don't think you would say would. Maybe kindly. Kindly kind of fits, but, like, I just realized, what's like, the best way to refer? Okay. So, thank you for this. We now have a box that is the size I want it to be, but because I have other stuff I want to do with this, we are changing the canvas size to be larger than this. So that way I have space for other things around it, and we just have to make that partially transparent and replace this with my normal gray color because that white is very aggressive. So bitch, I responded to that too. I probably won't, for main reason of people joining in being very confused why I'm insulting people. He's even old man. I mean, is that really a negative though? So my so far off. Oh, wrong way? Wood duck Indley. Wow, I can't believe you're a duck. Anyways, happy birthday in 3 days. Okay, so now we know how big this emote's going to be. And I need to get this image. So we're turning this into me, bun, and nugget. That nugget one is going to be so good. Put that down. If you play Bioshock, you understand my name, but I go back and like, oh, I've played Bioshock, but it's like a statement isn't always the best for finding out how to, like, refer to someone, right? It's like, verbs are not always good nouns, but nouns make great verbs. I'm being a loser and playing Super Mario can't work due to disability, so I'm gonna pretend that I can. Honestly though, like, this is something that we're learning, like a lot of people are learning, and from those games, is that those aren't bad jobs, right? It's like the idea of like, yeah, people bring the stuffs up, I'm scanning them through, I help people out with little things if they need them. Just you be a positive person in their interactions. But like, those aren't bad jobs. The issue is assholes. It's always the interaction with stupid customers that makes those jobs hard. And that's so frustrating. Yeah, people are the problem. And it's like the love for the simulator games is just such a testament to this. So funny how immature people can be. It's just so draining on so many people though. Like that's one of the really big issues is that, man, I would love doing this, but like 2 hours in, there was someone who sucked all my fucking energy away. And I don't want to have to deal with this anymore. Retail work would be much better if all your customers were dead-eyed robots. Proof! Went to the grocery today and self-checkout. The clerk asked if I worked at grocery before. I was just organized, made my day. Hey. Yeah, it's like whenever, like, I've not worked in a customer service position, but I have known so many people who have that I very much know it's like, no, I'm just gonna, like, chill for a bit. It's like, this person's having a rough fucking day. I can be patient for this. It's like, it goes so far. Okay, now this is if we're trying for accuracy. But we're trying for emote, so I need this to be bigger. To be honest with you, we should use self-checkout because of the time we can't afford our groceries. To nick them a little bit. Not an official statement I am making, but fuck a lot of the self-checkout things because those things exist for the sheer purpose of we don't want to pay more cashiers, and this is a very, very accurate thing across the board. There's only incidental edge case benefits of it, of like, you know, reducing social interaction or social distancing, things like that. Those are very edge case bonuses. And if they are going to try to save money by having other people do the work of their employees instead, maybe they don't get all the money for all the items as they normally would, right? So like, not an official statement, but also I'm not super opposed to them making a little bit less on all the stuff sometimes, because that stuff is super fucking frustrating as to why it exists. And you know what? Well, yeah, maybe yeah, it's like I'm not happy with that being the situation, but I'm not opposed to that being. I'm not opposed to you doing situation stuffs. God, there's also at my Walmart, they have a really old Asian man who runs the security at the self-checkout and will like aggressively think that people are shoplifting. Like, okay, good example. I have a like, I don't like using the plastic bags there. I have a bag that I take in, right? And I've had it think I was just moving a box into the bag register because I was moving my bag in. And so it set off the little security thing of like, hey, this person just didn't scan something. And this guy comes over and he looks at the little replay of me moving this empty bag, clearly empty bag, into the thing, and he has to go through every single item and is like, did you steal? Did you take this? He's like holding up an item. He's like, did you take this? And I was like, no, it says I didn't right there. What the fuck? It's like, this dude just assumes everyone is shoplifting at this Walmart. Like, even the most reasonable situations, he just assumes the worst. Which, part of me is like, man, he's kind of a bitter old dude. Another part of me is like, How common is that right there? Anyways. It's as if it's some old Asian man display. Oh, that'd be hilarious. Oh, no, he's an employee. He's an employee. He's hired to be there to, like, monitor the self-checkouts so no one is running off with anything. Person used to have a pacemaker, needs to set off alarm all the time. And he's black, so that makes it a lot better. He used to fuck with people all the time. Oh, that's kind of funny. He's QFC, there's a button for it. I want to put down my own bag and lets you use it without going off my weight. Yeah, which is really weird because my bag isn't the lightest thing, but it's never set off a weight issue. It's like, hold on, I actually have it right over here. Well, I have one of them. I have a few of these. My headphones down for a second. It's currently filled with a bunch of waters because we have fizzy water for funsies, but like, this isn't the lightest bag and it's never set off any of those. It's really bizarre. So yeah, self-checkouts are annoying. that's the end result of this. I don't know how aggressive I want to make this, or if I want to make this, because like, you know, she's supposed to look like she's kind of crying. I don't know. Howdy, Goop. Hope that you're well. God, I realized that I have to go through and I probably should update. When I'm done with these emotes, if we still have time today, I need to go through and update the emotes that I just made. Because I realized, and if I put them in chat, you'll notice differences between my older set of emotes and the newer set. The older set are not a brighter red. They're just shaded. They're highlighted. And I didn't do that highlighting on the new ones. So they're really dark. So I need to go through and like artificially change the red on them to make them show up better. But they're functional emotes right now, so I'm not going to go through and adjust a bunch of stuffs in them when I still have other emote slots to fill. The problem is that I really want to increase size on this, but then I have to move the hand around so much to fit. But then it'll cover the mouth. We might have to keep it like this then. We're gonna make the hand at least a bit bigger just to make this more visible. Oh, it's so comically oversized. Yeah, whatever, it's called perspective. That's the lie we're going with today. We're just not even gonna have anything down here. It's just gonna be the head and the arm. Well, let's everyone assume that it's like they're leaning so far forwards. Yeah, look, it's a clink. It's a bunch of gears. Wow. Oh yeah, that's right. I'm gonna put that on the list of like ideas of like a padding emote. Got that. Animated clappy clap on the knife. BK'd spritz gun? Oh, like a little spritz bottle. I need to replace that to bottle. And I'm just gonna lightly go through these so I know which ones I have done. Well, but sold on a free pizza feedback loop at self-checkout. Additional pizzas being sold $5 each. You buy 3, $3 each. Register would spit out $7 pizzas in a checkout. If you bought 4 pizzas or more, you buy 4. Get 4 next time visit. Keep doing so. I ended up with 13 pizzas, $30 for 4 pizzas for a while. There's a at our grocery store, on the back of the receipt, there's coupons for local areas. And one of them is like $2 off sub at Jimmy John's. And it's like, okay, that's, you know, a good amount. But I realized that if you go to the grocery store and get like the cheapest thing you can. Oh yeah, Larthan, go take care of stuff. Do your things. But yeah, if you go to the grocery store, get the cheapest thing you can, like a 50-cent thing of gum. Get this coupon and then go to the Jimmy John's. You're getting the food there for like you're basically getting like food there and the grocery store run for like $1.50 off, and you got free gum out of it. And it was like, it's just like such a minor amount, but like that just seems really weird to like get more things out of this and get money less. Well, you know. Noodles. Alright, so I'm kind of cool with this for the Zay. Do we have buns looking the other way? So it looks like we're yelling at each other. God, that looks so weird. Flipped around. I have to fix that on the Zay one. I'm playing games, don't talk about. That's totally fair. Enjoy yourself. Save as there was any versions of shop sales like those pork chops. Gosh, feels great. Did you ever see those videos of like the super couponers where they would like try to get like a few $100s worth of groceries for like 20 bucks? Stocking shelves. Fuck yeah. Chill vibes. Enjoy yourself, please. 3 times. Yep. There's a like, I remember my mom looking into that for a little bit, and what she had found was that a lot of the times, especially on like, you know, the show versions, like what they're doing was they didn't show that these people were buying the coupons online, because there's groups that just conglomerate a lot of coupons and make them available, so that way, you know, a coupon that's available for this, it's available for this chain, but it's only given out in this area, this totally different area of the US. Well, these people will basically put a lot of these coupons together and sell them online in bundles, and they weren't including that in the discounts that they were showing on the television. So like these women, like, sure, they were getting like, you know, all these groceries for like 20 bucks, but they weren't showing that they were paying like 40 or 50 bucks for all the coupons, so it wasn't nearly as much savings as it was. It's just kind of interesting to see this. Yeah. I don't know how much of a practice that still is. That has to still be a thing. Both the super couponing and the selling of the coupons online. Wonder how much they make doing that. Like, I wonder if that's like a viable career path for some people where all they do is they just like collect these coupons and resell them. That has to be a thing. Keep sending babies to Apple. Yeah, so that's a trap in Stardew where it's it like sends them a child. But like I don't know why it's a trap, because the children just don't do anything. Like, they're not harmful to your game. So it's like, why is this considered a trap? It's like, I've caught Bun on fire in her Stardew Valley run. Like, that's a trap. That's a, yeah, you might just freaking die here. But it's like, oh, here's a child. It's Bun's fault. Each time I managed it, it was all local to the store, took advantage of clearance sales and bundled over the app. Like today, we buy two, get three for zero, but it was only one, the most sugary artificial stuffs. Wah. Yep. Yeah, no, we always end up taking a peek into the clearance section. Seeing what there is. Use as a basis, because now we gotta do the bun one. Pull up Bun's thing. Weapons. Pull up the nugget reference too. Okay, we got nugget, we got bun. What's that? Pre-cut watermelon on clearance and a display. The whole watermelon was discounted to stock. I'd have been one for like $3. Perfect. Yeah. Being guns into stuff like that is incredibly beneficial. The clearance cases that there's a sale elsewhere. That's true though. And now stuff's on sale. He's trying to move stock. Yep, it's not just on sale because, like, you know, the company who owns that stuff is like putting it on sale. It's because now they're trying to get rid of things. It's just playing all the chill vibes right now. God, so, like, the Archipelago is intended to be a chill one, right? So it's like, you know, yesterday I was kind of, you know, I've had enough time with this right now. I'm gonna go play some Power World instead. Because, like, there's a lot of things I could do, but, like, I'm not rushing to try and get a lot of things done, right? And I load up Power World, and I forgot that I've accidentally put the game into a crashable position, like, instantly. Because I can upgrade my PAL box, you know, upgrading your base again. But anytime I do so, the game crashes. It's like, I already have every single benefit I can get out of those upgrades. So, like, that's fine. But it's really annoying how every time I go to this base, it just pops up like, oh, you can upgrade your base. I'm like, no, fuck no, I can't. Can't do shit. It's like, early access games. One time I got all like, one time it was all in-house Sanchez loves the bread, where buy one get one free, and there's coupons like for the price of one. Jesus Christ. As I does it upgrade worlds, new versions very well. What's funny is that I didn't even think about that when Satisfactory went to 1.0. Me and Bun just like loaded up a new world, and we were just playing some in that. And then eventually, like, you know, like, I was like, I just need to zone out for a bit. I'm just gonna load up a little private world. The next thing I knew, I ended up with that fucking world going way beyond where me and Bun were. So I was like, I'm just gonna fucking get all the achievements. Because, like, you know, she wasn't terribly interested in playing, like, more Satisfactory at the time. Like, this is my chill game right now. So I was like, yeah, I'll just get all the achievements in it. So I never even thought to go to one of our previous worlds. Like, this just wasn't even a flaw. I was like, I'm just gonna play some Satisfactory. It's like, how bad is it at updating it? Does, like, all your stuffs functionally just cease existing or cease working and just go through and manually restart everything? Can absolutely make things broken. Seeing the hub unlocks wipe and become empty boxes. The buildings are fine, but the hub oh yeah, the hub menus. That make more sense. Oh, sorry, the Discord is a, I really need to make that not a mod-only command. Because, like, it exists for bot stuffs. I don't know, mod ones too, that's fine. But it's just, it's not been a bot attack for ages. Like, I can't think of the last time that there was, like, reported bot attacks through Twitch bots getting your Discord links. Like, what's funny was, I kind of thought that was you, yeah. Thank you, Gunny. But yeah, I mean, you can just DM me directly too. You don't even have to be in the server for stuffs. But yeah, I was hearing that you need a little bit of help with setting up stream things, understanding stuffs. Because yay, Streamlabs. I was telling kindly, but like I can ramble about that a lot. I guess at the time I only did it because I had to set up for a stream. But yep, can't find you in Discord. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, it was at Zazar. It should just be at Zazar. Oh. Friendly advice, don't make your first time to stream Discord is instant ban from many channels. That's a fair point. I didn't even think about that. I just kind of assumed I knew who you were. But yep. Yeah, I guess going back to what I was saying before, ours is mod only because that was a concern for so long. It's not anymore, but for some people it's like, oh no, this is a troll trying to get into the server. Yeah, I'm willing to help you out after the stream today. Just stays on Discord. Yeah. And it should be set up so that people who don't share a server with me should be able to mess. I think it's set up so people who don't share a server with me can message me. I think. Gosh, I actually haven't thought about that setting in so long. Maybe it's not on. If that's the case, then I'm terribly sorry. I'm a mod in like 40 fucking Twitch servers or Twitch channels just because I do tech stuffs in them. I don't even know how many I am. I know that there's a site at one point that would tell you how many channels you're a mod in or a person is a mod in. What is your Twitch, or what's your name on Discord? Like, what's your tag? Oh, wait. Ah. Yep, he sent me friend request. There we go. I just accepted it. Yep. I can send you a DM after the stream here. And depending on how complex of a stuffs you want or how much like stuffs you already know, it can be as little as like an hour's worth of a call with maybe screen share up to like, oh god, we're here for like 6 hours. Then again, that time I was in a call with someone for 6 hours because they didn't know what I meant when I said a file manager. Like, they didn't know how to open up their file manager to look through the files on their computers. And they wanted to have like a countdown thing on their stream, multiple scenes. And I was like, this is going to take a moment. So that one, don't expect 6 hours to be the normal. That was an edge case. Good God, was that an edge case? Oh, thank you so much for the follow. You know, I genuinely, I just like helping out people with setting up their stream stuffs because this shit is, it seems so fucking confusing and so daunting. And it's like, I was there. I've been doing this shit for way too long. I know the feeling all too well. So I just like helping people out with setting up their streams and helping people understand what the fuck is going on. Some of the culture stuff's on Twitch too. Yep, spread the love. And all I ask is just pay it forwards. That's it. Because seriously, don't do tech support, because one time I had to get tech support, somebody didn't understand the concept of opening a folder. Yeah, thankfully most of the time, like vast majority of the time when I'm helping people out with Twitch stuffs, it's just because OBS is a really confusing looking program, and the, what is it? The, like, other incidental softwares like Stream Elements aren't always the easiest user-friendly experiences. So that's really what I'm there for, is just to help guide people around like what they'll be using all the time, or like why why like a stream bot might be helpful, or what the options there are, you know. And I'm just more so an information guy. That's where it normally ends up coming up. I don't end up doing tech support like folder management. Or Go Goggles trying to be more so. Oh wow, nice. There's pages that custom boundaries lest I burn out. Yeah, no, if I come across someone else who's like that, I'm like, do I have energy for this, or am I just gonna tell them, fuck no? Like, that's gonna be a thing that happens if that ever comes up again. What is Archipelago? You're so good at drawing, loving your work. Oh, thank you. I've been doing this for a while. Yeah, what is Archipelago? Archipelago is a multi-game, multi-world randomizer. What this means is if you have, let's say, 3 people are all playing a different game. They are playing Legend of Zelda, Ocarina of Time, Pokemon Emerald, and Super Mario, right? Yeah, Super Mario 64, that's it, Super Mario 64. Those 3 people can opt to randomize all of their items together. What that means is you collect the first gym badge in Pokemon Emerald, and that's actually the 3rd power star for for Mario 64. And then in Mario 64, they complete Bomb Battlefield's first power star. And when they get that power star, they don't get a power star. Instead, they just got an item for Ocarina of Time. So it is these 3 players are now working together with their randomized stuff. All their items are just randomized between each other. Like, you put all of them into a box and shook it around. And the 3 players are working together to try to beat each other's games, because they don't know where their items are. They don't know what they will have to do to get everything. So they do what they can with the limited tools they have and limited items they have to try to get items for themselves and for other people in the game. And the best part about it is Archipelago, that's the program that they use to randomize these things together, and is a service that connects all the games. Archipelago is a opt-in system. So if you are playing Legend of Zelda, as Kit does a lot, you can basically say, okay, you can put like all of my key items into the loot pool that'll be randomized, but like none of the rupees and grasses will be. So you don't have to feel like you have to cut every blade of grass in the entire game. And you can set it so that gold Skulltulas aren't in the pool. So that way you don't have to go and find all the freaking gold Skulltulas to get an item that Mario guy needs to beat his game, right? So you opt for how difficult you want your experience to be playing your game. And that's where it becomes a really, really fun experience. So like, we do a community Archipelago in the server every month, where we tend to have like a theme. We've been doing that for the last couple of months, but everyone picks what games they want to do that's supported with the Archipelago software, and they basically provide the files that they want for how difficult they want their experience to be. And we just kind of work together as a community to solve this big event every month. Only the real ones cut all the grass. I gave the idea of cutting all the grass to the Pokemon Emerald group, the people who mod the Pokemon Emerald one, and I immediately sparked discussion of how they would route that and how difficult that would do, and how difficult that would be to like play that. And I fully expect there to be a Emerald grass cutting option in the future. If that happens, that game is going to have the most freaking checks out of any game in Archipelago. It's going to be a mess. Yeah, Ballad of the Windfish. Yeah, perfect timing, right? All right, so I have the line work videos. Now let's get the last one, which is going to be Nugget as the cat. We got me, we got fiance, now we got the Nugget. Yeah, if you want to read more on what Archipelago is, even just like a bit more explanation of it and such, in the Archipelago channel on my server, there's a pinned message that kind of goes over some of the basics, as well as links to their website where you can see information on it. Yoshi's gonna watch New Cops, maybe load up Yoshi. Take care. Like, see what you get. Again, this month's events is pretty much like load it up, do like maybe an hour, maybe 2 hours of stuffs, and then just like head out and have fun, right? There is a very low stress one for this month. So don't be too concerned with having to do a whole lot. Sell you a pizza? No, I can't have pizza. Archipelago is a potluck, but instead of food, you bring games, and everyone's plate consists of things from everyone's games, and Archipelago makes the plates. Instead of, it's a potluck, but it's basically a giant gumbo. That is exactly the point, kindly. Fun fact, Nugget first existed before we were even dating. Yeah, it's like the imagined kid between our sonas. On there, okay. I know I have a redeem for it. There it is. It's the old Nugget design, but still. As I hit it too. It'll play once the thing is, there it is. Looking to be. What's funny is that the idea of, yeah, it's love trial between two people's characters or whatever. This was not even when, like, we were interested in each other. And also, I have a history of doing that with some of my characters and such in the past. Like, there's a mix between Party and Fallon's or T-Finch's Griffin character. Like, this has been a thing. And yeah, we weren't, like, even interested in each other when Nugget happened. It was because at the time, we had a thing here in the stream where if you were subbed for 9 months, you would have like a fake sub baby because it was 9 months, yay. You got to name it. And when Bun was subbed here for 9 months, they just named it Nugget. I think she was eating chicken nuggets at the time or something. And that was it. That was the whole thing. And Mythics drew a thing of Bun like with Nugget, right? And that got people thinking, what the fuck would that mix actually look like? And because the design that Bun, actually, let me pull up her old ref just to really show, because it was a very different design than what she has now. I think I still have her old ref. Yep, this is it. Yeah. And this was like a little bit later too. This wasn't even like that full design that I had to work with. But we had this and we're like, how the fuck do you mix this and Zay? How? What? And so that led to a line of thinking of like, well, what the fuck do we end up with? And I don't know if I have the old Nugget ref still. Not right here. I think I had it on a different device. But, you know, we made a Nugget ref. And so, again, had nothing to do with us being interested in each other. It was just a logical line of reasoning that led to making Nugget. And now we just had to update Nugget, because when Bun updates her ref, it's like, well, Nugget doesn't work anymore. Okay, how am I gonna make this expression? What am I saying? I'm just gonna make Nugget wall-eyed. But yeah, mixing up characters is actually really fun. I'm making Nugget look far too worried in this. I see a mixture of Zay and your character because yours is so dark and yours is bright. Which is weird to say because Zay actually... Oh no, I have to pull up the Zay ref. It's a different folder. These are a different folder for my refs versus refs from other people's. Here it is. I think it's actually kind of a darker character. Like, using the emotes on here really shows if you have a dark background. I don't know. Here's Nugget as a new sibling for them. I proposed the idea of, like, it would be funny to have, like, you know, it's a new kid every time. But ultimately, we kind of went, nah, Nugget is Nugget. And you can't have, like, Nugget 2. Or even an implication of Nugget 2. It's just Nugget changes. Nugget is Nugget. And Nugget doesn't understand the concept of staying in one form. Nugget is Nugget. About 18 boxes of eggs and I only need 6. Well, you got breakfast for a while, I guess. A box of nugget meal. Okay, that's kind of a funny idea. You're upset? Something happening in Yoshi? Character mixing could be Christian like, Christian gives you 2 characters to mix. I know that Felis did that for a while. Honestly, that would be kind of fun. I think she had that as a style and it was called like the Love Children or something of like, this looks like the cursed love child of blank and blank. And that's where the idea came from for her. But no, actually, that sounds like a pretty fun time. Aww. Oh, it was ages ago. Like, me and Phil's been friends for like 10 years now. So when I say, oh yeah, I remember she did a thing, that could literally have been like so long ago when that was last done. It's like, I know that she'd remember it, but God, you have to sort through so much art to find them. I think I had her do one for me. I just can't remember which characters. So inexpensive than buying new ones, but that is a pain. I wonder if you can return it. Like, I know it's a pain in the ass to get to return them. But it's like, at the same time, it's like, well, what are you going to do with a broken mug? Broken cup? Don't know what it is exactly, but you know. I think that works really well. That's a very Nugget. Make this mouth a little bit bigger. No, that could actually be a really fun idea for a, like, stream commission next week or something. Bill's watching it. Ah, fuck. I mean, there's still a lot of places that if you bring it in and be like, hey, I was just watching this and I found a crack in it. Like, they'll still honor a return, or at least an exchange. It's like, I don't know, it's an option. It really depends on how much effort you want to put into it. For having character mixing comps as a moderate, handle so many parasocial situations. It would be a situation of 2 of their own characters, or if I know them both, rather than, that is one case where I don't want to do surprise for anybody, because yeah, that can be a distinct issue of, it's like, oh, if we had a kid, here's what it looked like. It's like, like, I was weird getting Nugget at first, but I was like, okay, but it's super fucking silly, and as a character design standpoint, I could see this being really cool. It's like, we were both interested in getting it, and getting Nugget. It's like, alright, sure. But like, I would definitely want to put that line in that sand there. Surprise, we're married now. Yeah, right. Ooh, determine Zayart at some point. Gosh, your character list too. That'd be interesting. I don't know when I'm gonna even open up commissions next. Yay. I want to at least make the emote set, right? I know it's no big deal. Okay. Even though big deal, it's no big deal then. We'll never get married again. I mean, that's fair. Me and Bun are only getting married because it's international, and that makes life a lot fucking harder to be with each other without that. It's like, I mean, to hell, in Norway, it's just like, you don't have to get married. Like, it's not a requirement in any way, shape, or form. There's not like any type of stigma with being with someone for like your entire life and you're not married ever. So it's just like, just there's really, and I don't give a shit. In fact, when was it? I found out recently that I had friends who thought that I would never get married, not because I wouldn't find anyone, but because I didn't see the point. And that was the case. I didn't see a point for the longest time. It's like, it's a lot of paperwork to just like change your name. It's like, why? It's just kind of to prove to other people. But now I'm seeing someone who lives in fucking Norway, and it's like, okay, no, that's fair. This checks every single box for me. Of like, yeah, no, this is definitely a needed a thing to help out a lot here. We're gonna be with each other. I'm not gonna put too much effort into this salad. Let's be careful not to put too much effort into this salad. Gosh, Dio. Maybe. I had to change your name twice. Once I got married, and the other time I got divorced, and it was a bitch. Yeah, I hear it's like a whole pain in the ass. And it's getting more and more common that people get married without changing their names, too. It's like, I want to share a last name, especially when it's an overseas thing, because I don't want... There's like a weird game you have to play with immigration where you have to prove that you're not getting married just so that they get an easy green card. And I'm not playing a game. But also, more importantly for me, it just seems important to be like, yo, we share a name now, what's up? But like, if you don't share a name, if you're both opting to keep your original names, then it's like, well, clearly you're just gonna get your green card for like a couple of years and like divorce or whatever because you don't care enough, right? Like there is an argument to be said there for it. And making life any harder than it has to be is stupid. But what's funny is that I don't want her last name because I don't have any history with that name. And she doesn't want my last name because my last name is stupid to her, which is fair. It is. My last name is White. Like, I am. But like, and I didn't pick the name either. I have no connection to it. So it's like, fucking, sure, let's just both change our last names. So we're trying to figure out what the hell that'll end up being. Like, we will just occasionally just be like, what about this? What about this? And we're both just like, or one of us is like, no. Or like, I'll suggest something I know is stupid. And be like, oh, but like, what if we just make our last name like, you know, just like a different color, like hot pink? Virginia's name, good horse. His excellent last name's awesome. Aw. Bun Shark. Aw. Tempting. I did propose the idea of Bark. Again, it was one of those this is stupid names, but it was gosh, what was it? It was Bun Shark, B-A-R-K, or B-H-A-R-K. That was it, B-H-A-R-K. And it sounds like the most furry name ever when you say this. Oh yeah, you know, my name is Azar Bark. And they're like, oh, okay, you're a fucking, you're furry. Yeah, I'm a shark, she's a rabbit. Why Bark? His last name's Adams. Do you know what's funny? We were actually considering Adams as a last name. And then found out that Adams is spelled with 2 A's. Like the Adams family is spelled with 2 A's. In some of the cases. It's not all of them, which makes that harder and more annoying. But that was actually one that we had looked at as like, maybe Adams? Because Adams Family? Because the Adams Family is like an actually really positive family dynamic. There are a bunch of weirdos, but there are a bunch of weirdos that love each other unconditionally. It's like, holy shit, fuck yes. Yeah, become the actual Adams Family. I have had a idea in my art ideas folder of me and Bun drawn as, what's his name? Hector Adams? I can't remember the guy's name. I only remember Morticia because Morticia is a such a baller name. That's cute. That's really cute. But yeah, it's like drawing us as that would just be like funny and fitting. But Gomez, that's it. Yep. I remembered it was a weird name. Thank you. I need to clean up my Adams Family lore. Oh, it's a Hoppip. Man, fuck Hoppip. Biggest pain in the ass Pokemon in Pokemon Go. I need to move a bunch more of the shinies off of that. I've like stopped playing Pokemon Go almost entirely. But I still have a bunch of shinies in cup. Oh, wait, I didn't even read it, Gunny. Beef nugget recipe. Get the beef to make nugget. Ferment a few months. Spicy taste and serve as desired. Rude. New cup by root beer float. Hells yeah. But yep, we're just figuring out name stuffs. It is a fun, albeit frustrating thing. Because like we have a few rules that we're trying to follow with it as well. Because we don't want to be like, we're fine with weird and silly names. One idea we had for a while, but we've since said no to is NA. ENNEH. NA. But like, if like, ultimately it failed a couple of like the name tests that we had, which were has to be spellable by just hearing it, because we don't want a like, you know, NA situation where it's like, oh yeah, my name is, you know, Zazar NA, and it's like they write it down as, you know, Zazar NA, right? Trying to avoid that entirely. It's like it failed that one full-heartedly. But it's like, don't want to cause any problems in like any databases, like last name null or void. Avoiding anything that like the obvious shit, like we don't want to have it like a company name or something like, oh, last name's Nutella. You're joking with formulated names. There's a guy named X that could not change them to work except do it. Yep, I've heard the stories. Yeah, high school and her name, I kid you not, was Gay Butts. That's kind of hilarious though, but I feel so bad for them. Yeah, I remember this one person thought they were being smart by making their license plate say null. So that way, whenever they got a ticket, it would just read as null, so they wouldn't get a ticket. What they ended up getting instead was $10,000 worth of other tickets that were like put into the paperwork wrong. So they defaulted to null. So they had $10,000 worth of tickets that weren't for them. Full name Gaylord Butt. It auto-modded you. There we go. Permitted the term. Hold on. I'm putting this into Silly Share right now. Cesar permitted the term Gaylord Butts. I haven't eaten half time cause issues. That's good to know, because I actually voiced the idea because Bun's name has rolled R's in it and hates the way that English says R. And I was suggesting to put like, you know, do one of the fancy R's that have like dots over the top or something to show that it's different, not your standard R. Because it's a name that if said in, if looked at in English, you could easily read in English, but it's not how it's said. So, but nearing that can cause problems. Then I'm definitely gonna make sure it doesn't do that. Yeah, found out in Minnesota, and actually in a lot of places in the U.S., having a marriage license is a free ticket for a full name change. Like, they don't question it at all. I can change my first, middle, and last name with the marriage certificate. So that's fascinating. Like, I'm probably gonna change my middle name just because it means nothing to me. Kind of like the last name. That really doesn't mean anything to me. I've had it. All right, let's actually make one of these emotes. Sorry, I'm like organizing some folder structure stuff. There we go. Okay. Guess name was gay. How some things change, right? Yep. Yeah, it was like, you know, at first with us, it was like, you know, do you want the last name? No, I was like, well, that's, you know, kind of upsetting. I kind of want to have the same last name. And I was like, yeah, you know, I'm going to be keeping my name. Then I realized, wait, I don't fucking care about my last name. It was like, I was just so used to having the name. I was like, yeah, I don't need this either. So, kind of a similar situation. Patience and gay. I can wait a while, and I'm gay. Alright, that's a name. Most people envy last name, don't you think? Because it rocks so hard. Yeah, and it's like that's a thing that I kind of want as the name results. Like, yeah, it's something that, you know, could mean a lot to us, but also could it just be something that's just like baller. It's like, it's just a really cool last name. Because, like, we have a free ticket to just like change it to whatever. So, yep, that's been a lot of discussions for us. And no, we're not taking suggestions. Because being given a name is like the entire idea of this. Which, funny enough, I think that whole line of thinking was actually what made like a lot of her family just like fully get it. Like, I don't think that they would have been upset if, you know, Bun changed her last name either. But it was like, oh, what's thing of the name? And then I went on this whole like logic thought experiment that I've had with all of you before too, where nothing has been able to choose its own name. It's like, practice what I preach, I guess, at this point. That's the name, baller. Oh my god. Wait, but we're not taking name suggestions, Tio. I'm sorry. We can't do it now. You need patience. Because of the Guns N' Roses. Oh. Oh, yeah, you really don't want to do anything based on Axl Rose. Then you like suggest every name you need to cross off the list. Yes, go through the entire dictionary. Please keep in mind you do have to go through the Norwegian dictionary as well. Hey Zay, I have a name suggestion for you. Links to the Oxford English Dictionary website. Now no one can pronounce your name. Congrats! And that's, I guess, one of the rules we have for our name as well, where we want it to be, you know, pronounceable in the English language. Because, like, people around here, like, cannot say her first name. God, it was really funny meeting her family and just being like, okay, I'm gonna try and remember your names, but I'm really bad with names, and I'm gonna try and pronounce your names, but I unfortunately speak English. And they all thought that was actually pretty fucking funny. So, hey. Elisha?
Holy cow, someone just subbed.
The shark!
Get the shark ready.
If you're happy, gonna look at motherfucking hands. You're motherfucking happy, motherfucking hands. You're fucking happy, motherfucking. You really motherfucking want to motherfucking show it. If you're motherfucking happy, you motherfucking look at motherfucking hands. Again, I haven't fixed it yet. I need to just disable that as a thing because it uses, like, it just doesn't fucking work. It just hasn't worked. Yeah, it's just like this empty field of nothing that I exist within, and I just have to sing about motherfucking happy, you motherfucking know it. Ah! 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 Mark, thanks so much for 2 years. That means a lot to me. That's a lot of support. Alicia? Fuck, I knew people named that growing up. I was like, there's no way it's a thing that I would be familiar with. If they're saying that no one can pronounce it, I'm gonna assume it's not something that I would know. That's, gosh darn it. Oh. Yeah, my name's just on my website because I do professional work too, so just going by Zazar everywhere all the time is not the wisest thing. But also, it's the most basic bitch fucking name, and it's like, good luck even searching it up. Oh, cool. My little alert telling me I need to make another fly culture for the frogs went off. Good thing I have that, because I would have forgotten. Alicia. Yeah. Alicia. Yeah, that's what, yeah. Yeah, I've had friends who, like, or I've had a friend that was exactly how it was when I was growing up. It's like, there's no way it'd be the one that I'm used to. They're saying no one's been able to pronounce it. But yeah, what's really funny about having a really basic name myself is, I lived in Chicago, and no one there is used to a really basic name. Every name is like, what is it? A lot of the names there are those names where it's like, oh, we spelled Mackenzie with 3 H's, or Michaela, that was it. Like Michaela with 13 H's. Like, that's a lot of the name styles there. So whenever I would tell them my name at like coffee shops or something, and I'd look at it, it'd be like, not a single fucking person has ever got it. Lisha? Oh, Alicia, not Alicia. I guess L-I-S-H. I could see that one being said 2 different ways. All right, valid. Haven't seen that pronunciation. No, I go with the feather system of names, which is stupidly enough from a Magic the Gathering book. There's a character in it that, like, people just refer to them as Feather. And when asked, like, what's your actual name? She's like, it doesn't matter. Whatever you call me, I'll know you're referring to me. Because, of course, it's Magic the Gathering. It's fucking Magic BS. So it's like, yep, no, that fits. That checks out. It's like, yeah, just whatever people want to be called is just that. It's like, it doesn't matter what it actually is on paper. Before the same name as you, it's a common name here. Right. It's just a generally common name. That's how I get more traffic to my website, as I mentioned that my name's on it. People are just curious. And what are the other colors here? Okay, let's see if we're gonna do the green for the eyes. Normally, I don't color in the eyes. We'll have to see. Common white boy name, croissant music. Yep, croissant music. Yeah, which is funny because my last name was White. It's like such a generic fucking name. Alrighty, we are cruising on this. Oh god, how long have I been live? I've been so distracted in today's stream. Hour and a half. Yeah, I figured. Don't know how croissant music is a common white boy name. It's because croissant's very white bread. There you go. That's the connection. So I love the idea of just like, you know, the name is croissant music, and another person goes, oh yeah, generic white boy name. I go, yeah. Croissant. Alright, hat color. And let's go for like purple. Fuck yeah. The Twitch bleeds purple type of color. Jesus. And I'm going to do the shading on all these at the same time, so that way they all three have a matching shading value. So I don't like get distracted or change up the colors on one or two of them or something. So these are pretty much just going to get flats for right now. Okay. It's like yelling at Nugget. Nugget doesn't understand the concept. All right, now we do bun next. And we are going to put the lines on the outside here because they're a much lighter color and I need it to be clear where the eyes are, at least in some way. I just realized, how many emote slots do I even have? Today's a very distracted day and that's totally fine. I have 4 standard emote slots open and 5 more animated slots open. Oh god. Yeah, we're not filling those today. I don't even know what I'd be animating. Even if it's just upgrading one of my other emotes into an animated emote. What is this? Thank you so much for the sub. It means a lot. And now you have all the emotes that I just talked about having. Enjoy the access. And you'll be getting these ones when they're done. Hoping to finish them today. That's my hope. If I can finish these 3 today, I'll be happy. Homework for you? Nope. I didn't even do my own homework in college. I very infrequently did. Plus, it would be very obvious. Gosh. You're free to do your own homework. Gosh, and I remember you asking that before too, but I got swept up in discussion, so I totally forgot to reply to it, and now it just seemed like I don't know walled you. No, I only reply to people when they've donated to me. I need 3 simple perspectives. Oh. Streets. Like, streets or alleyways are always my go-to for that. God, perspective was such a pain in the ass. Like, because even when I followed the rules like to the letter as given to me, I was like, this still didn't turn out. How in the fuck did this not turn out? It's like, I'm still kind of figuring out what the fuck happened there. But it's a lot of stuff that just like did not line up. I'm like, fucking what? Then again, the person who's teaching us perspective also taught me to do ellipses or circles in perspective by draw the box in perspective, assume this is in perspective, like connect the corners, do this by finding the middle spots along here, and then draw the rest of the fucking owl. I'm like, what? How's that supposed to help? It's like, how is this, like, because, you know, what is it? You have to hit these 4 points and then use these as guidelines. I'm like, okay, but that doesn't help for a guideline. When am I supposed to go way the fuck out here? Am I supposed to do that? Oh yeah, no, let me just connect my fucking circle. It's like, their instructions were always half-baked. It always had a draw the rest of the owl step. It's like, I had to just like feel it out by just vibes. Which they said was not needed. She wasn't the best. It just works! Yeah. Is she just SpongeBob? Maybe. She's out of the water a bit too much. But we were near Lake Michigan, so... You know, maybe there's a chance it was just SpongeBob and they're just jumping in. Well, that's freshwater, though. That's not saltwater. She wouldn't have survived it. Writing your paper on Monty Ohm. I wish ye luck. Effective is the math of hearts. Just learn the formula and don't question it. Right, but I did the formula and it didn't work. But you're not wrong, though. It very much is. Yep, I remember. Original illustrator for Ruby was the person they hired on to do the motion capture and a lot of animation work for Red vs. Blue. And he passed away due to a... I think it was an allergic reaction during a standard procedure or something like that. So they had to kind of just like, he had made his like Bible though for the Ruby world. So they kind of used that to continue developing the story and making sure animation stuff stayed as accurate as they could. I think that came under fire for a little bit. I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, I got the news for that because I was hanging out with a friend in college, and one of the dorm mates came in and goes, and he says with a smile, "Hey, did you hear Monty Ohm died?" And I was like, "Get the fuck out of here." I was like either that's wrong and you're an asshole for just like trying to say this, or it's true and you're an asshole for saying this with a smile like you're telling us good news. I don't know why he did that either, because later on he was very clearly upset about it, but he just like, the only way he could react, I guess, I don't know. Our teeth is gone. It was kind of leaving anyways. Like, we can be sad about it leaving, but there was a lot of issues with Rooster Teeth. Like, it was not the company it once was. Not only because a lot of the people had left the company that made it what it once was. But yeah, no. Litany of problems with it. I'm sad that it left because of how much it did good. Like, how much good content it had made and, like, how many genuinely positive changes it tried to make. But at the same time, it was clear it was going to leave because of how it treated some of its stuff, especially the animators. The animators were not treated super well, apparently. Like, really not well. But yeah, it was that, and they also... Yeah. I kind of get it. Remember, says for very single died in immediate outrage as well. It's just a thing for them to joke about. I mean, fair. I liked him as, like, the entertainment that he made, but Ryan Haywood also, like, reportedly was trying to sleep with fans when he had a wife. Like, that was, he didn't even try to hide that one. He was like, yeah, no, it's like, you know, I'm really sorry I had done this. Like, basically all that was the case. And it's like, dude. And he, like, was lying to everyone about it. It's like, okay, that's kind of not cool. And it always seemed like they were the younger fans, too. It's like, yeah, he was entertaining, but after I saw that, I was like, I'm not happy with this. However, and I do maintain this, well, it was also the business of all the people that he sucked with. But I do maintain one thing, and this is something that's really, really, really important in the entertainment industry as a whole. you can like content someone makes and not like the person. It's allowed. And as much as I am annoyed at, you know, at Ryan Haywood, stuff that he had done and all that, it's like, I still think it's okay to like the content that someone had made, independent of it. A good example of this is in the music industry. There are so many musicians who are just sheer fucking assholes, but the music that they make, like, genuinely helps people because either they're talking through the stuff that they're struggling with and not doing very well struggling with, but it helps other people catalyze what they're going through. It's like, that's a good change out of a bad situation. It's like, it's fair to separate someone from who they are and what they make, right? Artist is dead. That's the term I'm thinking of. Artist is dead. So yeah, I struggle with it, but I guess there's liking something and giving them money. That's a very important thing, actually. It's like, I know Axl Rose is an asshole, like in almost every single way, an asshole. But Guns N' Roses has made some really good music and has actually, like, you know, furthered a lot of things. So it's like, yeah, I can like Guns N' Roses music, you know, from back in the day, and not support Guns N' Roses music. It's like, and that's a choice that I can make as a consumer of products. Yep, I always support someone's right to enjoy content despite what the makers of said content are like. It was 18, wasn't 18, and was grooming that person. Yeah, no, that's actually just got Chinese democracy for your birthday. Hopefully you enjoy it. Sorry for ruining that one, maybe. But no, actually, so I was following the Ryan Haywood. Okay, blanket content warning for just a moment, right? Like, we are going to be talking about like possible grooming allegations, things like that. Completely fair to tune out for like 5 minutes, right? In fact, I'll have it said in chat when it's cool to come back, and then we're gonna have to drop it from there on because I know that is a sensitive topic for a lot of individuals. But yeah, I'll have it said in chat when we're gonna be moving on from it, making that clear. All right, give it a couple of seconds. All right, so I actually remember following the Ryan Haywood situation when it first came out because I knew that there was going to be a lot of discourse and I wanted to make sure I understood what's happening, how, why, because allegations of like underage grooming and such is like allegations that can ruin somebody especially if it's incorrect, right? Well, if it's correct, it definitely ruins somebody. If it's incorrect, that's fucking bad. So I want to make sure I understood stuff where things were happening, right? And it looks like, from what I could find at the time, that Ryan Haywood was like sleeping with women in the fan base who were like at most 20. Pretty much whenever they would go to conventions or such, he would stay an extra day, tell everyone that he was just enjoying the city and such, and then during that time he was actually just, you know, sleeping with fans. The case of someone was under 18, that actually was like posted. That woman actually did share the chat and everything, and she said that she was, right? She apparently never said or done anything that implied that she was under 18, and that was a very bad slight against her for like fucking straight up lying like that, because that's fucking bad. Like, she did outright lie about her age too. And then obviously slept with Ryan, and then all this stuff came out, and then she said she was under 18 at the time, but that wasn't something that Ryan had like any say in the matter, right? Like, he had no knowledge of it. So yeah, that one, I don't think that he was grooming people. I don't think he was grooming underage peoples. He was definitely trying to sleep with a younger crowd, but I mean, whatever, man. He wasn't doing anything like strictly illegal, I guess. But when it comes to, like, you know, it's between him and his wife and such, He didn't, though. He made it about the entire fan base when he was sleeping with them. And suddenly that became something that a lot of the fans had to be aware of and acknowledge about him. And that's where a lot of the problems really came from. If, you know, he discussed it with his wife and like they weren't happy with it and like want to divorce something, then like, yeah, they could have figured that out behind closed doors. But he pretty much lied to his wife about it. And they had kids. And it just like wasn't, it's not something you really want to do. And I know that we're now getting involved in someone else's life and relationship by bringing up like, yeah, you know, that's something that him and his wife had to go through. But again, what all the people that he brought into this, right? I couldn't find any evidence that he said it was cool with his wife that he was sleeping with them, or that they even asked. Granted, there's two sides to that coin, but it was that's a thing where it kind of directly involved a lot of other people who, some of them were probably innocent parties, thinking that it was totally cool because of the way Ryan was acting. And that's where where I feel the scoundrel or the issue comes from. The under 18 thing, yeah, that one almost certainly was on her for lying and directly lying about her age. She's the asshole in that situation about that case. But it still is like, damn it, dude, you really had to involve everyone with this one. Since the Ryan Adams scandal, more scandals coming out like Jeff and Gavin scandals. Yeah, actually, I remember those ones. They were a lot, like, they were older. Apparently, those people cleaned up their fucking acts long before this stuff had happened. But they were things that did happen. Abso-fucking-lutely, they were things that did happen. But the very least, to my knowledge, they cleaned up a lot of their acts and a lot of how they were doing stuff related to it. And that, I think those were like a good few years prior. Honestly, my biggest issue with the Rooster Teeth company was and I am going to be saying this term, and I'm terribly sorry, but the Fugues incident. And it's something that you could hear all the time in a lot of the Achievement Hunter productions, where one of their editors was called, they called them Fugues, because they couldn't say a bundle of sticks. Like that wasn't allowed. And that just became this person's nickname. And granted, that person, like, that nickname got given to them before a lot of the people got hired on later, so they didn't know where it was coming from. So, you know, I don't fault people for hearing that name and not knowing, right? That one, I give credit for not realizing it, not being told it, and using it, right? But that was a name that was given to them because, yeah, they couldn't call them something else. And a lot of the higher ups were cool with them being called it, but they didn't want it being called that on air. Apparently that was their issue. Rooster Teeth had this issue of being a boys club for a long time. So yay. But yep, the things I said to Burton and Caden, yeah, that was a good few years prior. Apparently they have gone through and tried to apologize for a lot of that stuff. The Jeff and Gavin saying things to Mika and Caden. Apparently they've done a lot to try and redeem themselves there. I haven't looked too much into it, unfortunately, and I really wish I did, because I do want to know if they were still perpetuating being total cuts or not. So it started, can't be surprised. Yeah, it started in like Austin, Texas, like a small, not small town, but it started in an area where that stuff probably would have been far more normal to say. With a bunch of people who grew up in Austin, Texas as well, and grew up around there. But yes, absolutely, Tio, and that is an important thing, and that's why I had made the very clear thing of like, the people who were saying it and didn't realize where it came from would not have found out where it came from, and that to me is like totally excused, but the origin of it happening is like, that really became a problem that shouldn't have even happened in the first place, giving them that name. So, and then, of course, when we're talking about Rooster Teeth and its downfall, unfortunately, yeah, it did have a lot of issues with overexpansion, over promoting certain IPs over other ones, a lot of stuff towards like trying to make a lot of money and overworking employees and such. And it's like, God damn it. So it was just a lot of problems, and it was clear that it probably was gonna like explode, if not crumble. and it looks like it crumbled instead. It was sold off from their parent company selling them, probably as a tax write-off, to be fair. But honestly, I feel like it's probably better that it had ended the way that it had did, rather than exploded, because we were seeing more and more scandals come up, more and more issues come up, and it would be a fucking shame to have it explode and ruin everyone's like genuine good they've got out of the company. Like, yeah, the extra life streams, the RTXs actually were a great opportunity for a lot of people to meet up and socialize, probably for the first time they have in many years, or first time ever, after knowing people for many years. Like, they genuinely did a lot to make a really good community that, for the most part, is actually a really positive community. So I think it's better to have it have been a company that was sold off rather than exploded from clear internal stresses that were happening. So, hello, Crimswolf score checks. We were in the middle of a whole discussion. I'm terribly sorry. I had to just start this with like a warning too, so you really did show up in the middle of it. Normally we do art and just have a fun little silly time, but you know what? Sometimes I just gotta be like, yo, here's a serious thing. We're gonna have to do a thing. So, you know. Oh, you know, I still watch Ray's live streams and Jeremy's VoDs occasionally. Like, I still watch some of the content creators out of it. It was like I said, there was genuinely good that's come out of it. So, anyways, all right. I said I was gonna type in the chat when the topic of like the Ryan thing was over, so I'm gonna just do that here. And probably respectfully try not to, you know, do too much on the Rooster Teeth stuffs. Just because, gosh, things lead to things. Like the foods thing, yeah. Yay! I don't know that we have a mature community here that can discuss, like, you know, what could be seen as much harder topics. But I still want to give people the opportunity to dip when something is too much or is not a discussion that they're willing to have. Because that is how you have a healthy community, is you're not forcing people to do shit. You're here for the nugget doodles. Let's see, not much anymore. It's like I used to like watch all of the achievement stuffs, but I kind of just realized I stopped watching it for the most part. So, okay, that's kind of like dipped out, I guess. Even for any particular reason, I was like, I don't know, just not watching it so much anymore. My taste in content had changed, I guess. All right, so we got Nugget and the other two. I guess I need to color in these, huh? Let's do the fun one. Here's what we can do. Close and fill. So we have that layer referenced. We're only to this layer. Oh wait, I'm gonna deselect that one, right? And then select the line work layer. That's the layer we want to reference. Check septic guy now. Now getting the other two, whoever they are. I mean, honestly accurate. Okay, I probably should have seen that one coming. I have to do the line work behind all this. Now I can fill this in. That's black. Fuck. There we go. Yay. Yeah, I don't... Oh god, I end up watching a lot of challenge videos, like gaming challenge videos. And I had a moment with one of them that I genuinely was shocked as to what a kind gesture it was. And he has become kind of one of my favorite just content creators on the internet, like recently. And that is the Backlogs on YouTube. And, you know, he does gaming, like challenge videos. But a big thing that he ends up doing with a lot of his challenges is he recognizes that a lot of them aren't super entertaining for some people. Like, he does a lot of things in Dark Souls, and there's only so many ways you can play Dark Souls, right? But he has a really good way of integrating almost like a plot into these games, where he is almost like playing a role through, you know, this challenge. And a great example of this was he was doing a run of Bloodborne with a scythe only. But he had presented this challenge as he was playing it as death, and he had to kill every NPC because it was their time. And in it, he tried being the most comforting individual that he could to all of these people. And it was like this really bizarre thing of him playing through Bloodborne, a game that is not exactly about comforting. And he's playing as Death Incarnate. And he was attempting to comfort these people in their final time, right? And it was this, like, you know, fascinating way to see it. But a lot of his content ends up getting this kind of sub-story of it. Of a, like, you know, additional character that is going through this world in this weird way. Like, he had done, oh god, what was it? Dead Space 1 as an office guy. He was just a regular ass engineer, because that is what that is who he is. That's what you are in Dead Space. You're just an engineer who's stuck in this fucking situation. So he treated it like it was an everyday at the office type of thing. Like, you know, all the necromorphs are trying to kill him. It's like, oh, that's just Frank from accounting. Wow, dude, stop trying to hug me. Like, PSA, like, keep some distance, all right? Calm the fuck down. Shit like that. And these are edited through, right? It's not like a live playthrough where he's playing this character. But you know, I edited through this of the story being told, because he knows a lot of people will super enjoy a lot of this content. Because fucking, you know, if you don't play Pikmin, then it's kind of weird to watch a Pikmin challenge run. How am I going to make this entertaining? How am I going to make this something that other people will just listen to? But there was two individual moments that made me realize, no, this is actually like an incredibly wholesome, good man that's making this content as well. For one, he recognized that a lot of people watch his videos to go to sleep to. And it's like, okay, cool. And he said that in one of his videos, like, you know, if you're someone who just likes to listen along, that's, you know, totally fine. I hope you have a wonderful sleep. And if you're, you know, going to be like actively engaging with it, here's what's going to be happening. And then later on in the video, he was talking about how it's like, yeah, and for anyone who stuck around because you're genuinely entertained with this, then, you know, mad respect to you, etc., etc. For all the people who had fallen asleep by now, and he just did a little animation of this character like kissing a character who's asleep underneath the covers. It was like just this little wholesome, happy, like, you know, I hope you're sleeping well type of thing. And it's like, oh, okay, that's wholesome, that's cute. But the thing that made me go like, okay, no, this is actually like truly like a good man. Link you to the channel. Abso-fucking-lutely. Hold on. Watch Bushcraft videos, go to sleep. That's fair. I end up watching Pokemon challenge runs for some reason. That's just what I fall asleep to at this point. I can't fall asleep to music at all. Anyways, so yeah, the moment that made me go like, okay, no, this is actually like an incredibly good man, was November 5th. Everyone can know the stresses that they're going through during that time. He had made a video of him trying to draw all first 151 Pokemon on the Wii. He had, like, by memory on the Wii. He had just like this game that lets him use like a drawing pad on the Wii and lets him just like try to draw the Pokemon. And he just did this thing set to actually a lot of music I have in this playlist. Really hated your birthday. I think it was the 5th. When was I was trying to say the elections in the US. I think it was the 5th. Fucking, I already forgot. I kind of want to block out a lot of shit from that. Anyways. But yeah, he made this video. It's just set to that. And, yes, just set to that music. And at the beginning of it, he was like, yeah, I know that a lot of people just want to not exist right now with everything going on. This is going to be up because this is just me wanting to do something creative and just exercising some creativity. And I want you all to do the same. Paint some minis, like work on a book, like fold some laundry, do anything that you want. If you're here for escapism, you have it. This is the last that any words will be said in this video. This is the last that we're going to be doing anything related to this in the video, and I'm not going to be discussing exactly what is going on in this video at all. After the comments are disabled, no one's going to be allowed to say anything, and after 24 hours, I'm going to unlist this video. You can still find it. It'll still be linked, but it's not going to be on my page because I don't want people to have to remember this, like, this day happening. This is, again, before anything had been known during this as well. And he stayed true to this. He had this video up for 24 hours, and it was just him live going through drawing all 151 Pokemon by memory. And he had no recollection of any of them, and he's not really an artist. And now, for anyone who doesn't like do the YouTube game, that is a bad move according to YouTube. And he knew this. He has played the YouTube game for far too long to not have known this. That act of putting up something that you know people aren't going to engage with because it's a really long video or whatever, and it's a concept they might not care about. Art stuffs with Pokemon in a channel that's a lot of the times doing Dark Souls content. He does a lot of content, but a lot of times it's Dark Souls related content. He knew that wasn't going to go well, but he knew that people needed something, and he wanted to encourage them to do something. So he made the video anyways, and then unlisted it. According to YouTube, that means that a day of his normal schedule, he did not upload something, basically. So it probably kneecapped his channel for recommendations and recommending it to other people and recommending it in feeds because he had a video that failed. Like, failed. But that wasn't his goal. He doesn't have the channel to, you know, be successful. He doesn't have the channel to, like, you know, to make it big on YouTube or whatever. I'm certain that is a goal, sure. Probably anyone's goal is making content on the internet. But that wasn't something that was so key to him that he wasn't willing to do something to just try to help out others as best he can with what limited reach he has. And that is a moment of like, oh, you're just a stupidly kind person. Like, that is for the YouTube game. In essence, he just basically nuked his channel, at least for a while, just to provide like a couple hours of comfort to people in his feed that day. So yeah, backlogs has probably become my favorite content creator on the internet as a whole, because he truly just fucking cares. Does a drawing stream or Minecraft build collab with modders took over your focus? Appreciate that he did. Yep. Yeah, like, just, you know, as you there realize it's a stressful day for a lot of people. Especially a lot of people online don't always have other people to hang out with and be with during incredibly stressful times. So, he did something. That's better than nothing. Yeah, and after that, after I of course I watched through that video because I knew it wasn't going to get a whole lot of like interaction, which also was kind of funny seeing how he was trying to draw some of the Pokemon because he didn't know all of them very well. So some of them he just put angry eyes on the previous form, which was more accurate than not a lot of the times, which is funny. But yeah, afterwards I then just went to his Patreon, just like, I think I subbed for like $10 a month or something, because I know that means a lot. It's like, fucking, I'll support this. But then I found out he actually wasn't making nearly as much as I thought he was on there. So, I don't know, that's a thing. Tyson fight last night? Tyson fight? I don't do sports. This fade is like really bugging me. This is Jake Paul. Oh, that was last night? Oh, okay. You know what? It's a Jake Paul thing. I kind of don't care. It's like, I don't even care, like genuinely don't even tell me like the results of it. It's like, it's just kind of one of those individuals that I just don't actively like in my life at all. And it's just like, okay, cool, they did a thing, I don't give a shit. Moving on with the rest of my life, right? Yeet from thought, exactly. It's like, almost certainly they are Jake Paul is one of those individuals that wants to just get the attention from stuff like this. It's like, yeah, cool, I don't care enough about him to even be curious enough to go and look at what the results of stuff was. So I guess that's kind of how I am with that. I don't even care. It's like the biggest diss I can give to anyone is to not even care about their existence. It's like not even worth me acknowledging them. I don't even care if one loss or what. It was just like, okay, cool, that existed. Anyways, back to shit that matters in my life. I know people want to watch because he's getting attention he wants. Yeah. I didn't even think about it like that. I was just like, I don't care about him. Oh. You feel this person I know? Yeah, because for the longest time I wasn't. Like I was very much annoyed, angsty teen. It's like upsetty at a lot of things and angsty and depressed, but that's something I found out later. And at a certain point I just realized like I'm spending too much energy being annoyed and upset. I'm just gonna stop. And I did. I fucking did. And you know what? My life got a lot better from then on. Yeah, if it, what is it? There's a great moment that I had to remember recently. You know the stereotype like nightmare where you go back to school and you're in your underwear? Yeah, one day in high school, I realized that my pants had ripped like a seam down the cheek, halfway down a leg. And it was like, I think I was wearing like red underwear and it was white pants. And I was like, you know, white cargo pants. I was like, I'm just not gonna pay attention to it. Cause like, what the fuck can I do, right? It was like, am I gonna like walk home? I don't have a license at this point. I don't have a car. So I was like, I'm not gonna like call him to come pick me up so I can go change pants or something. I'm not gonna like try and justify this. I'm just not gonna pay attention to it. And I didn't. And later on, I realized like this is a nightmare situation to a lot of people. I just like didn't spend time in the halls or whatever. I just went straight to class and sat down like as fast as I could. But I was like, if this was me like a year ago, I would have had a fucking panic attack. It's like I lived a fucking nightmare scenario to a lot of people. And my result of it was, I mean, why are they looking at my ass? I had an actual dream, I think it was like middle last year or something, where I was in my math class in high school and homework was due. And I was like, oh, I didn't have this homework done. I had a different set of pages. Like, you know, I had done the entire wrong thing. He goes, you know, Zay, where's your homework? And I went, oh, I didn't do it. Like, I had the wrong stuff. Do you want that? I didn't do it. He goes, well, are you gonna do it? Are you gonna do your homework? Like, we're all waiting for you. And I went, no. Like, in my dream, I was like, no, I'm not gonna do it. I don't care. And like, I could feel it even in the dream of it trying to be like a nightmare thing. Like, okay, we gotta wake him up. What's something that, you know, we'll freak ourselves out. Let's do like the ode to homework thing. And I was like, nah. It ain't working, champ. It's like, I just don't have the energy to be upset. All right, gotta glitch it. Or glitch the button. Don't stop caring about drama.
Stretch your wrist, say.
This is good. Like, honestly, good on you. Stretching the wrist. See, look, how's the old button design on my animation? Very hard to anger, so in my generation doesn't be angry, it is an issue. There is a very small number of people who have seen me genuinely angry. Very small number of people. Not even Bun has seen me angry. I do not like being angry. I do not have the energy for being angry. And what's funny about that is, like I said, I'm a mod in a lot of communities, just mostly for moderation stuffs, but still a mod. And I have the reputation for being the nice guy, because I am. And what's really funny about this is I know that if I ever get annoyed at someone and tell someone off, I am now always in the right, because everyone will know that it takes a lot to get me to tell someone off. So it's like, it's a really good feeling knowing that if ever I am upset, I have a lot of people I care about on my side as well. And I'm not going to be like, you know, dismissed or something over what might be a trivial matter to some. It's like, nope, here's reason, here's why, fuck you. The apartment stuff, just tired. Wasn't getting no shower long, sorry. Oh, yeah. He's angry, just makes you get disrespectfully on old flip. The times that I have actually gotten very angry have almost exclusively been when people were harming those that I loved. In some way, shape, or form. So, you can make fun of me, because I know you're an asshole for doing it, because I'm fucking perfect. It's like, no one's gonna look at someone who is like ridiculing me for something and will be like, oh wow, that Zay guy's a total bastard. It's like, no, they won't. I know they won't. Anyone who'll know me will know that I'm not. Because, you know, I've not done anything to be a bastard about. Other than, you know, general bastarding, I guess. So it's like I have that comfort. So it's like, yeah. Yeah, I got people on my side. I was told that's exactly what I want to do as a mod for the gym too. Because it's a good thing to have as a mod. But you need to do dishes and dry for cleaning. 5-minute rule. It works on pretty much everything. I generally use it for art stuffs, but it works on everything. Okay, test a thing. Hey, nice! Got Angie Fun Glitch. Okay, back to what we were doing. Students to ever be angry self, so sometimes they're like, oh god. Yep. It's like you never want to be upset. You never want to be in a position in which something upsets you, right? It's like, it's tiring. It's draining. I don't want to be here either, but you forced me to be. And I'm not gonna let you let this happen again. And it's good to have people you care about. And to have people around you willing to help you when you're upset. Because a good friend doesn't want to see you angry either. Because they know it only happens when you're really upset at something. And they're like, yo, I don't want you to be upset. So we're going to fix this. Or we're going to come for a bitch. Outside of dad energies agrees. You got bad dad and some sort of disappointment. It's just keep walking the line. The last time I was truly angry, I actually recorded the call. Like, I won't go into any details whatsoever because truly I do want this person who had got me this angry to live a better life away from me, right? Like, that's where I'm at with it. It's like I want them to fuck off. Be in a totally different community, whatever, exist there. And that seems to be the case, so it's why I don't out them at all. But I had recorded the call because I knew that I would have to. Not to prove that you know, what I had said or whatever. I guess in case they had, like, tried to tell other people a lie about me. I was like, no, here's the call. But I ended up sending that to a couple of friends to be like, okay, so here's what I look like when angry. Yeah. I don't like it. I actually remember vividly after that call, I actually broke down and cried too. Because I just viscerally do not like being angry. And thankfully that thing is all fixed now. Yeah, that's how much I don't like being angry. It's like a 15-minute long little recording or whatever. And I basically have it just to prove that I can be, or what it looks like. Yeah, I think I only showed it to 2 people ever. It's probably the only 2 people that will ever see it, because those were people who were immediately related to what was going on. Angie, yeah. My Angie is so superficial. I need to tape some paper to my face. Oh my god, that emote's so good. That is so good. Okay, I'm pretty proud of them. Oh, really? Okay. That has history to it. That's cute. It makes them getting head pats much cuter now because they're normally so upset. Here goes the less greater than. Solve for M. I don't know, man. I didn't do my math homework. I don't know this. We went over this earlier. I'm just not gonna do my math homework. Whoop, accidentally hit invert. Oh, you get a free invert, everyone. Now we do the flats for Nugget. I hope I should put these refs into the folder where they're going to be really relevant, huh? Go into there. I guess I don't have the Z ref on here right now. I just have the color palette saved on my system. Wait, no, doing. So this is the referenced folder. Referenced layer. Get to put a slight outline on it. Actually, let's do just this. We'll do the table separate. Now we can do a for other or enclose and fill. That's on the wrong layer. There we go. Now it's cleanly blocked in. Now we can do the flats. Okay, Nugget. Why is this? Oh, it's acting up because I have the wrong layer referenced. There we go. My inking tool doesn't really like having a reference layer being anywhere. God, how long have we been live? 2.5 hours. Okay. There's a distinct chance that we might be able to finish these emotes today. which would be fun to have 3 of the 4 emote slots on my page be filled. It's funny I say that because I do have like a bunch of emotes that I just don't have assigned to any sub slots currently, but like a lot of them aren't assigned because they rarely got used. So having a set of new ones, even if they're just like silly in-stream things, it's like, yeah. Seems more useful for the slots. So that's the darker, or the lighter red. I like this nugget design. I think the first one, I think I like a little bit more, but like, this is still a good nugget. This feels like a nugget. The mild upsetty. God, it's such a good nugget. Such a good nugget. Look at that nugget. Alright, so let's find a good plate color. Kind of don't want it just to be like straight white if I can avoid it. Just because of backgrounds. Do like a neutral gray maybe. It's a very slight pink in the gray. It's a salad. Yeah. It's a salad. Neon blue so I can see what I'm doing. So now we can make this look at least vaguely more like a salad. Vaguely. Bit of a natural color variation. I like how I'm doing little details that like will not even show up in the final because it's too small of a detail. But that's how we do here at Zazar Draws Incorporated. Like, oh wow, this, you know, having this like a little bit of color texture inside of it is gonna really show up in the fight. No, it's not. Don't fucking lie. It won't. But we'll know it's here. That's what matters. It's just our little secret. spots because honestly I don't think they work super well. Yep, that looks like a salad at a distance. We'll just see if it looks like a salad when it's, you know, final resolution, but you know, one step at a time. Should a tomato be shaped like this? No, but we're gonna shape it like this anyways, because I need it to be very obvious at a distance that it's a tomato. And do some fancy little colored line work. Salad. Fleshy disc. Yep, there you go. It's I don't know, it's like a sausage or something on the salad. That's what they're really confused about. I really like drawing food. Zazer, a virtuoso enchanter, archipelago, master of paws and whiskers. He's got thrilling illustrations of anthropomorphic beings, breathe lights in the tranquil beauty of the island paradise. And hello to you too. What an introduction. Okay, this on a different layer, so we're good. It's like, oh no, I'm covering up everything. No, I can. It's on a different layer. It's fine. Yeah, what you up to? And yeah, we're just kind of going through, working on emotes. And I want to put a little gradient on this. Just help sell that at a distance. Yeah, maybe that's wrong. Who knows? Oh, I still the archipelago tags. I'll read this real quick. Is archipelago? It is a multi-game randomizer. So you can have, like, if I pick up an item, yeah, it does explain it a bit. Yeah. But yeah, if I pick up an item in, you know, Pokemon Emerald, it's not actually my third gym badge. It's actually a Power Star for Mario 64. Yeah. They don't do an amazing job of explaining what it is on their site, which is why I'm totally fine with saying it. Okay, so we got a nugget and a really detailed salad. Angie bun. Angize. Now we can do some shading. Because this has to still look good at smallest size. Yep, we were doing a Archipelago run yesterday. It's technically still live in my community too. But yeah, we were playing a multi-game randomizer with each other. 61 months! Hello, hello! How goes your multi-world? How goes your Stardew run? It's a lot of months. Stuck in winter? Oh my god. I have been on Twitch longer than affiliates existed. I've been around the block. Yeah. There's a lot of old souls here. I've been streaming for longer than Twitch existed. But, you know, it doesn't quite flow as well. But then it gets questions like, where the fuck were you before? And I was like, oh, your mom's house. Got him. That's so stupid. Even by my standards, that was really stupid. Your two affiliates have been around for a long time. I know, right? Like, but affiliates are, gosh, so many years that affiliates existed. And we still see partners who are upset at affiliates getting, like, more emotes and emote slots and other bonuses. It's like, guys, you can wait, you can, like, make a deal for how much you get from them. Just like, calm the fuck down. Partners have more power than affiliates. Yeah, that's it. It's like affiliates have a lot of the same bonuses that partners do, not to the same degree, but you know, a lot of bonuses at least. But partners just outright have far more power. I think I've said people earn less, getting more non-impactful quality of life perks. I know, right? But it makes partner feel less special than you're someone who feels like you're only able to have partner if it's special. And I'm over here like, only reason I would ever want partner is to have more emote slots and to just have that little justification that I've put in good work. Well, that's like it. It's like a little check mark just says, yeah, no, I've been doing this a while. I guess, I don't know. I don't know what the feeling is exactly, but it's like, I don't know, a little bit of justification, satisfaction, something? I don't know. I'm more interested in emote slots, I'll be honest. I say that, but I hadn't filled all my emote slots for so long. I didn't realize how many we had. Yep. That's affiliate. Here's hope everybody's well. Thanks for hanging out in my streams, even when I'm quiet and just focusing down on doing a very angry Zay. Upsetty. Which I feel like is going to give the wrong impression to some people, but I mean, I also have a Zay that has a gun, so I mean... Finish the track is working on that shot. Hey! Nice! How do you feel about it? Like, how do you feel about the end result of it? It seems like it's a lot of effort. But I don't know how, like, anything on making a track like that, so... Well, the 4 tracks made for probably your favorite. Fuck yeah. Well, good. That's the most recent one. That shows that you're improving. You're making stuff you're happier with, prouder with. Okay, so I don't like this red for everything. So what we're going to do is we just go through on a layer and we just convert the shadows or the highlights in some areas to the color that we want. I think that's a little bit too bright, honestly. So let's just convert that to be a little bit more red. That is how you do rendered emotes. This Spelunky / Evil Dead reference. You put in some serious work then. You're sneaking in references. Okay, I like the hat turning into this like bright pink, honestly. So I don't want to futz with that, but for the shadows, I do want that to have a, I don't know, be a bit different. Is the grave there's name Ash on it? That's powerful. I'm gonna try driving in the grave. Yeah, it needs to be a bit more red. All the shadows are red hued. Probably because it literally is using red, but still. Kerblam. Oh no, punching people. We're exploring. Might get a couple of upset people thought it, but honestly it might also just be really funny. Seeing like new people run onto that for the first time. Oh, that's too bright. There we go. Not quite yet done. Still have to do some highlights in the hair and such. We're getting there. It's out of the way enough. It's gonna be super worth it anyways, more for a laugh. Got it. What's even the Pokemon? Oh, Diglett. Cool little guy. He's a little Diglett. Alright, so we want to color in the eyes. And then give us a little bit of shine on the glasses. That shines the lone Diglett. Man, he looks like his sunburn. I like that about it. It just looks like a sunburnt Diglett. And it's from Alola. The one based in Hawaii. So it's just, I don't know. It looks like such a surfer dude. Oh yeah, no, it's like a severe sunburn. It's like first day out on the waters. Which is why I preach about it. It's like, yep, it's a new surfer. So you're like didn't know how to do it right. Okay, one is done. Now we can use that as the basis for this. Not using the same colors, but using the same intensity of color. So that we know how to do this. Now this one is going to have more shadows than highlights. But we do have to go through with the highlights first of all. This acting like this. Oh, on the darker color. No, over here, totally like that. And up here, it's just, interesting. Sorry, it's just like it's a lot thicker than it normally is, this tool. I think it's just because it's because the brightness was making it really pop. So yeah, this one is going to be one that we have to like tone down a little bit. I can't remember actually. I don't know how alternate forms works. Honestly, the highlights really don't show up that well, so I think what we're going to do is we're going to focus on the shadows here. And then we'll just do like little spot highlights. Like, we'll have to change up the color for all the spots that's like on the lighter tones. But that's fairly easy to do. Yep, we just want to put down all the shadows. What do we have? I have about an hour left in stream. We'll probably finish these. It'd be nice. But I definitely don't want to go overtime. Yeah, I'm kind of amazed that my arm hasn't been giving me any problems. My neck hasn't been giving me any problems. I wonder if it's just standing. It's like, imagine if I sit down too long, my neck acts up. But when I'm standing, it's like, yeah, no, you're fine, bro. Because, like, I've been sitting a lot more recently, just, like, to chill. Chill and relax. Play some video games. With my controller. It's less comfortable to use a controller while standing. Who knows? We'll see how I feel after the stream, because maybe I'm just completely not noticing it. Because we all know my pain tolerance. My pain threshold is annoying. Erase that away. This to be cleared up. This tool doesn't like to erase down to nothing, so I have to go through and do final cleanup with like an inking tool set to erase. But it does the gradients and such really well at emote size, which is funny because this is like the sketching tool that's default on Clip Studio, but it just, the texture works well. Shoulder and neck pain for a year after getting a new chair and desk. The pain is gone, so a chair can hurt neck. Damn. That's a really comfy chair, too. I'll steal Bun's chair for a bit. Yeah, when I sit down, I, like, relax. right? It's like I'm just like done with the day type of sit down. I do that like dad rest, right? Where it's just like, nope, don't bother me. I'm just gonna be in my little zone for a while. It's like, oh no, dad's on the lazy boy. It's not lazy boy, I wish. Okay, some of these areas look like they're really harsh for color, but we still have to go through and actually change the color values, which we're going to do now. So like for the main fur and body, no, let's go with like a more blue hue. I think that just fits better. Maybe we'll keep that one. I'm not certain yet, but something. Too dark. I can... no, that really does just strike as error screen blue. There, that has a pretty good vibe to it. Need to remove the shadows on the teeths. Oops, side mode experience. Undo that. Lost the color for a second, so I had to grab that. Okay. I really don't like that blue. Honestly, it just looks too dark everywhere. I think this is like better as a lighter shade, and then we can do a little darker shade in between, kind of. Okay, and now we can use... let in a darker tone for the purples, because we want the purple to kind of pop. As you know, that's a lot of the character. All right, so now we can do our highlights. So we do an add glow layer, flip it to the layer. And this is one of the things that are going to get a little bit weird because I don't want to do too much highlighting. And we have to make sure that it's like a really good gradient between the lights and the shadows. So Weird thing, my Twitch rewards, I have like my Twitch homepage up on my other screen, or my like workshop page. I don't know what it is, but the dashboard, that's a dashboard for my Twitch stream. It says that the rewards I have right now, so the requests, like, you know, the nugget animation and like getting me to glitch it, things like that. It says all requests -1. I don't know why. There's like, we're down by 1. Doesn't make a whole lot of sense. I think we may have broken it something. So, pat yourselves in the back, R&D. You have broke the Twitch dashboard. You managed to pull it off, and I hope that you're all proud of your achievements today. Phone just buzzed me. Okay. Just a thing from Blue Sky saying someone liked the I'm live post. Edge highlighting, just to give us a little bit more definition. My favorite tomb juice. Okay, enjoy your tomb juice. We want to do this sparingly more than too much. Okay, so now we can go through and adjust these colors to match better what we have. So like if we replace this with just a lighter purple, it's like, yeah, it kind of works, but I feel like that's not going to read nearly bright enough. So we make that a little bit more on the pink side. See how that works in the hand. That's not quite what we're looking for. Yeah, that's more like it. We want this to feel bright. Because even on the areas where it's not really being hit with any color, it will still make the whole thing feel much brighter. And it'll make it more clear that it's a colored tone over the whole thing. Okay. And on this layer, below, we want to do a bit of the eye. Bring that up a little bit more. Making little changes to an area that will literally be 1 pixel thick. Not even. This will be like a fucking pistol? Femtopixel. Pepto pistol. Yep, Pepto pistol. I think this needs a little bit more shadow. Not like more shadow, what it needs is just an additional little layer of shadow on some spots just to help us give some definition back. Right now, certain areas are just feeling a little bit too flat. Make your digestion from medium range. I hate that's such a good, like, slogan for such a stupid made-up product. Do you think it's actually served in like a pistol-shaped container, or is it the ammo? I like to believe it's just the ammo. It's the ammo now. There we go. Okay, Nugget's turn. Oh, I was hoping the end was like, it's the ammo now. Apparently not. There's always the ammo. Just because I know I'm going to need it. Select and layer, create selection, invert selection. Now delete, so everything. Okay, maybe not that hard of a delete. There we go. I think outside the space is now no longer there. So I can safely know how much of this I actually have to color in. It's the ammo right now, for real. For real, for real? Oh my gosh. Not for fake fake? Do not be telling me half-truths now. I'm not gonna have this highlighting touching the eyes at all. It's just too dang bright down here. Wonder color I'm gonna make the plate. It's like, what color do I want to make the character? God, it just looks so empty-brained. It's so perfect. There's not a thought in that little nuggety brain. They're like, I just want to eat my salad. Why are they yelling? Yeah, it is way too bright on the plate, which is an easy fix. I just have to manually go through and erase a lot of stuff. You know, easy. Alright, let's get some shading done. Underneath that layer. Red multiply layer, I guess. Yeah, let's make that more of like an orange amber type of thing. Looks so dirty. There, that looks better. This is already a multiply layer. I might adjust this color a bit more in a moment. Because it's just not vibing with me too well. Of course, we erase it out of the eye. Their eyes are perfect and unsullied by shadows or lights. No light enters those retinas. Yeah, I'm fine with that. We need slight outline on the blue for the eyes, because it's a little hard to see the eyes. Now we can put some shadows on the lettuce. Like those retinas nugget is completely fucking blind. Yeah. That's why they bite everything. That's how they can sense the world around them. Totally canon. Yeah. See? Checks every box. Silly, stupid, sensible enough. Checks every box. Finding Nas maladaptive trait probably the only way they can reasonably interact with the world. Yeah. And if you ask Nugget, they're just going to say no, they like biting things and they can totally count. Even though counting has nothing to do with, you know, being able to see, but Nugget doesn't understand that. Also, that's your 5-cent word of the day. Maladaptive. The child is an idiot. I love them. They're a nugget. That's what they are. They're a nugget. Child's an idiot. I love Called out. Oh wow, yeah, you're quote number 500. Congrats. I feel like the shines over here make this a lot harder to see what's going on with this eye. I'm gonna break my rules and have the shine be on the opposite side, which I mean they're wall-eyed, it's fine. God, I don't know what that expression is, if that's like understanding, annoyance, fear. It's perfect. That's what it is. It's fucking perfect. Flashing area, polyline. And we just do a little bit of shading on the table, just so it doesn't look like I totally forgot that the tables existed, because I totally wouldn't have forgotten that tables existed and need to be drawn as well. So yeah, we're almost done with this. I don't know if I should end the stream after we're done here. Like I'll probably upload them to the Twitch page so y'all can try them out, like, right now. But, like... almost done with stream. Okay, so we crop the whole thing down to this. This may need a white outline. May need it. But we'll find out. The clip file for this I'm calling family time. Okay, let me put these into the... oh god, what are these emotes gonna be called? Like, what on earth do I title these? Like, the Nugget one is clearly gonna be Zazar Nugget. Zazar Bun. That's that much Zazar Bun. Like, alright, everyone vote for Bun or Zay or whatever. Okay, Bun is now added. It's just gonna be Zazar Zay. Sure. Zazar Zay. And then the Nugget. All right, done. Those three are added. I'm not gonna end stream off quite yet. I also want people to get a chance to actually like utilize their, you know, to see if they're actually working. But I need to add some lights to this. So like Pokemon say it. You know what? It really does. Yeah. Yeah, it does. Zazar Zay. This desperately needs some highlighting because it's just so dark on Twitch. And I also want to remove the like eye sparkle. It just, the eyes don't look better for their little wobbles. Don't want to do too much detail on this because the hand isn't going to have anything, because I'm not doing all the colors for all the hand frames. That's just not happening. So this, we lock the layer and we go through and we do all the other things. Okay. I did the right color there. It just seems really dark for some reason. Go ahead, take care. Have a good day. Once I will look forward to Angie yelling in chat. Oh, it's gonna be so good. Have a lovely rest of your day. Thank you. Take care. Goodbye. I missed that bat already. Speaking of bats, Ludicolo! Damn it. One of these days I'll be right. Just, not today. Well, Ludicolo did not want to stay. It did not like that I had misidentified it. Ludicolo, it's because I wasn't looking. Come on, you try fucking guessing one of 1,000 Pokemon blind. Ludicolo being kind of a punk bitch, I'm just saying. Ludicolo's main skill. Not dancing? It's got some mad skills. I thought it just dances all the time. Okay, the head is a little bit too bright, but otherwise I'm liking this. Liking these changes. It's like, we're not going to be doing a shadows layer, we're pretty much just going to be doing a highlights layer because I don't want to have to do the same everywhere. A little bit more on the snoot just to pull this forwards. Good enough. Alright, so that's saved, but I'll have to update the file for the thing later. Do we have our 3 new emotes yet? Not on my pop-out chat. I don't see them here yet either. Guess that'll take a little bit to fully update. kind of want to adjust the clap one. Where's that file? Where is the clap file? Okay. How big is this thing? Guess I'm gonna have to do a little bit of more work on this. Oh, do that. Just open up one of these. Make a timeline out of it. We already have timelines down here. Now file, we import the rest of those. Okay, so I have all of these frames. That looks horrifying, it's great. New animation layer, animation folder. Oops, I want to delete, I want to deselect. Dang it. There's the button before. Biblically accurate, Zay. Oh my gosh. So it's true. Huh. 6. Yeah, it's the... I don't like the way that the stuff changes around. Okay, I have 2 instances of timeline 5 for some reason. I'd actually pull up this thing, because I'm basically opening up all the individual image files I have for this, so that I know how to adjust it. Six, 7. So yeah, timeline number 5 twice. We don't need that. We need timeline number 1. Or number 0, I guess. The file names all say timeline blank and blank and blank, so. We're not doing 4 seconds of this. We're doing just like one little clap. What we have to do is we have to erase away all of the shines, which is mildly more work than I thought it was going to be. What we're going to do is we actually just go over it with the original color on a different layer. It's just like all the shines wobbling just doesn't look right to me. So we're getting rid of all the shines wobbling. Like maybe I could have made them look a bit better, but it wasn't worth the effort. We're just making it all static. Only the hands are gonna clap now. So this is all on a different layer entirely. This isn't even editing the frame underneath. So there's a chance that some stuff will like slip around these. So we're going to have to hit play and see where things don't quite work. Yep, you see some little spots are still showing up. So we just gotta expand where we have this. The hair. It's all good. Okay. And then what we need to do. Oh, nope. We missed a tiny bit, like right here. Right there. Sees it. Oh, wow. Okay. So apparently hitting play is teller of all tales. There's actually a lot of little spots. It is part of that showing up is just because the rendering style it's doing. It has to make rough approximations of some colors in some locations. And, you know, if it's like a tiny, like 10% visible pixel, there's a chance it'll be like, oh, but let's make that, you know, somewhat more visible. But I don't know how well that'll come through in the finals, so we have to be cognizant of this. Why is that one being such a pain? Little spot right there. Aha! There's still a little bit I missed up there. Going slowly insane, don't mind me. Okay, so now we can just add in our highlights. There we go. Now we have to make sure this actually looks right because I realize that I don't know what all this is. So it goes all the way back out, comes together, and then it snaps back open again. I don't like that. This one. Okay, so we just have to have it end right there. There we go. A little part of me kind of wants to try and add a little bit of highlight to this too, which is might not be worth the effort, so we're just gonna try a little bit. Do this. And we're gonna lock it down. Yeah, see, we're underneath that. It's like just a little bit of a highlighting maybe. What we can do be like erase it away from the hair and such. Because it's just, again, one of those that's really dark. Yeah, no, what I can do is we do a select color gambit. We select the black. They're on the wrong layer. Then we select the black. And we go back up to here. We hit delete. So now we have all of that removed. So what we can do now is we can kind of just go through and individually clean this up a little bit more. Make sure that nothing went beyond the scope of where it should have gone. Like all over these glasses. Should I just erase away the glasses? Oh yeah, mouth.
It's about time you showed up, Fox. Roger, General. We're entering Corneria City now.
Kitten.
All aircraft report. Falco here. I'm fine. This is Peppy. All systems go.
Flippy here. I'm okay.
Check your G-diffuser system. Open the wing. Here they come.
Alright, so play. I think that looks better. Like, maybe we reduce the strength of that just a little bit, but I think that that does look a lot better with just that little bit of extra color to it. Okay. Now I'm gonna end stream. Like, slightly earlier than normal, I guess. We're gonna give everyone a little bit of kidding. No, get then. Get then.
It's quiet. Too quiet. I'll check it out.
Russia.
I see him up ahead.
Get back with that.
Surprise attack! Coming from above!
Throw up the ending screen. I'm surprised that those emotes aren't live yet. I've added them to the list. But, oh well. I'm going to throw together the animated ones and get them uploaded. They'll also be updated on the Discord page as well. Get them. Who is live? Is there some kind of live raid right now? Weirdness is live doing stuff. Why not? I think we rated them last time, but that's fine. Too cool with this again. All right. Boop. Raid. Copy your pro message, your sub copy sub message, not a sub copy, not a sub message, and or replace with wonder parts that you have because I know you're filled with it.
Did you see Mike Tyson's
I
ass
will
yet?
see
No?
you guys in the future on Monday. We're going to be doing a game design stream. So be there for that. That's going to be fun. Oh, my brain is going to fry. It says it's going to be a 4-hour-long stream, but it's very likely going to be less, just dependent on how much my brain do that day. But yep, I will see you all in the future. Good night, goodbye, farewells, and enter in the Archipelago stuffs. Get good. Get me some good checks, everybody. See you later. Bye.